I never thought as a young girl that no one will ever teach me, and I don't know why they need to teach me how to do a tourniquet. And how do I get to the situation that I need to take sweater from a dead body behind me to do a tourniquet on myself? This is nothing, this is something that you never, like, they teach us when we're young how to fight for our life, to get a degree, to get a good family, and to build this beautiful house and happy family. But they never teach you how to fight for your life from death, to get murdered, to get kidnapped. My life changing just like that. I had actually a date, and that's the first time I went to a big festival. And he told me, like, I'm gonna meet you right there, and don't worry, I'm gonna pick you up home. And when I got there, he actually stood me up. He didn't show up. And I told myself, I'm gonna choose with who I'm gonna be, and no one will choose me and play like this. And then I saw David on the dance floor. He was dancing with his friend on his shoulders, and I came to him and I got something sweet and I put both of them in their mouth. And I told David, I'm next on your shoulder. Actually, that day, that night for the Nova, um, I had a really bad feeling and my stomach really hurt. And I didn't want to go. And we got there actually kind of late, but 12, 10 and not 10, 2:30 at night. Um, and when we got there, I still had that bad feeling. And in the morning, when like right before the sunrise, everyone went to the big stage and they opened the big stage. And this is the most amazing hour in the party because you get to see everyone's faces. And it's like this, wow, this sun like raising everyone's faces, and the smiles, and everyone hugs and say hello. I said hello to one of my friends, and he told me, hey, look, they make fireworks for us. And I look at the sky, and I remember hearing me yelling in the background, there's sirens, please everyone run, stop the music, everyone run, go home, back to the cars. We heard like this is getting crazy and no one know what to do. And they like scream at us, just run away, run away. I saw a guy running toward us and he screamed on the way, it's whether you start to run and save your life or stay here and die. And we heard a gunshot on automatic in the background, and we just did a U-turn and start to run with all the people that came from the traffic, start to run toward us, and gunshot on automatic in the background. David just grabbed my hand and we start to run, don't know where, don't know like from what or what happening. And I saw people fell down on the way and from gunshot, and there's nothing you can do. And we got in between two trash containers. We were there with a couple of people, some of them really in panic, some of them chill, rolling a cigarette. Like at first we saw a car that exploded because we saw dark smoke, black smoke in the sky, and realized that, okay, they're getting close. And the gunshot and automatic, they're really getting louder and louder. And as the time passed by and we tried to get a police to help us, and we tried to get army, and we tried to get the news, and none of them really helped us. And I even talked with my mom on the phone at that time, and even our families didn't realize. There is nothing on the TV. There's nothing that can say what happened. My mom tell me my uncle is coming to pick me up with a car, and I'm like, I cannot go anywhere. If I go out, they're gonna shoot me. By the time the time passed by, we heard like a little bit of Arabic. And this is the time that I told David, like, right now, I don't care. We get inside the left trash container. And I got inside of it and with a couple of people, and there was a lot of people inside. We tried to stay so quiet. And at some point, I heard Arabic, and we put our heads down. David were inside with us. I didn't saw him, but he was right next to me, a little bit in front. And they surrounded us, and they threw a grenade to the right trash container. So everyone in there got murdered. And for some reason, they didn't saw us and they didn't hurt us. And they left us and they went to the area of the party itself where the stage was. For a second, I raised my head and I saw like 40 or 50 terrorists with a big gun. And they had this motivation to go and just slaughter. You don't know what to do. There is a girl next to you that she's got to pee and her leg is numb, and you're trying to explain to her, please be quiet. There's a terrorist. This is a question, life or death, please. And like people that crying and they're panic, and you're trying to control yourself. You're trying to realize what with your boyfriend, where is he, and please be safe. And trying to calm them down, and like, what's going on with me? I'm in a tiny room, nowhere to run, trying to explain my mom, thinking about my family, thinking about my life, thinking about my future with my future husband, about the fact that I'm supposed to sign on a new house with him day after this Nova party. And to see those terrorists outside, it's just terrifying. One girl inside of the trash container, she raised her head and she screamed, they saw me. At that point, David just grabbed me and he threw me inside in the trash container so I could run inside and hide. And I put 2 trash bags on me and a carton on me so I will not see the entrance and they will not see me. And I tried to hide. And I tried to scream to David and he won't answer. And then he takes the phone and he asked me, please calm them down, be with them. And he told me, I'm trying to get some help. They will come in 15 minutes, Be'ezrat Hashem. And he asked me to count how many people we are inside the trash container. And I asked everyone to do like a clap on the knee so I won't have to get up and so I will not get shot. And we did this a couple of times and I got to 16 and I text David 16 and then I had no reply from David. I heard the footsteps inside the trash container and a screaming of Allahu Akbar. And I heard David trying to breathe. And I know I cannot get up and go to him and I cannot do anything. And I tried to squeeze him. And I said, Shema Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, trying to pray to God that please, just please. And after a couple of seconds, I felt a gunshot in the left side of my hip. I squeezed a little bit. And after a couple of long seconds, that he shot on automatic, and it's like a Russian roulette, who gets the bullet. After a couple of seconds, he went out, and I tried to scream to David, and I had no reply. And a guy from the entrance of the trash container, he did like this. After a while, we start to hear a gunshot, like more in rhythm. So that means the people from Israel. And after a while, we start to hear a little bit of Hebrew. So I try to do noise on inside the trash container, and I scream, "Please come to save us," in a female voice. So they will come, and after a while, we saw. I saw actually two of my friends that they work at the Nova Festival, and they went just like this, as like me, like you, they came to help and to save people. And they got two soldiers that help us go out. In the way out, I saw David laying down. And the sun just hits his face and his blonde hair just shining from the sun, and this halo on top of him, looking just like an angel. And they took our everyone who survived out, and we were 16 and we went out only 4. I want everyone to remember from this, our loved ones, the people we love, they have energy like we have. And energy is something so strong, and I believe, and now even more, that energy doesn't die. He is still here. I can still talk with him. I can still feel him. I can still ask myself some question in my head, and then I open my eyes and I get a little sign that I know that that's from him, and I like laugh a little bit. And even when I was in a wheelchair, I looked at the mirror and I told, like, David, please give me strength. I want to stand up on my feet. I need to dance for you, for me. I need to dance for everyone. And I tried to get on my feet and to have a little bit like help from the wall, but I did it. And I felt him, like he's there and he's proud of me. Bring the hostages back. There's nothing else that I want more in this world. And to the families, they don't have home. This old madness, this old madness, it's not about political things. It's about bringing humanity back. I won't let I'm sorry because it's even hard for me to think about it, but I know that David wants it to me even. And when I will have family, and I promise you that the first kid that I have will be just like David. I don't want them to live in this kind of world. I want to teach them how to accept others. I want to teach them how to love a human for their soul. After the 7th of October, David's friends, really good friends, they couldn't sit down and do nothing, and they started this charity, and it's called Let's Do Something. So I invite you all to do something with us. And we are raising money to get a tactic clothes to soldiers, and to help to get a treatment, a physical treatment and a psychological treatment to people who went through the Nova and the survivor. I went through 2 surgeries. I was on a wheelchair. I went through another recovery hospital, Beth Levinstein, and a long, long way. But from a wheelchair now, I'm on a 1 crutch.